Good morning. My name is Somnath Pal. I'm the founder of ESPAC. It is a financial services firm. We deal in distribution of mutual funds, insurance, etc. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the two recent events in the financial world. One is the Union Budget, which was presented by the Government of India on the 1st of February, and that today, the landmark US-India tariff deal. The budget, we have to understand, should not be treated as a very major event in the financial world. It is a statement. Now, in this statement, there had been a lot of disappointments among individual middle class because there was some expectation, like last year, that there will be cuts on the income tax. But it did not happen. But it cannot be expected that there will be income tax cut every year. So last year, it was a very good cut. People had money in their pockets because they had to pay less taxes. This was primarily done in order to increase consumption in this country. And if consumption grows, in that case, the velocity of this economy grows and we all benefit. So that has already been done, and that is the reason this year there had been no change in income tax, and hence we close this matter that we have nothing to talk about income tax in this year, except for specific date of submission of income tax was declared, which was July 31st. Other than that, there is nothing in terms of income tax. But on the day of budget, which was a Sunday, the market, the Nifty 50, tanked by 900 points. Why? Why did it happen? Because possibly more emotional reasons, that there had been expectation of cut of income tax, cut of long-term capital gains tax, which did not happen, and there was no such dramatic announcement in the budget. But if you look at it overall, the budget of government expenditure has become this year more than 53 lakh crores, which is on the capital expenses side, it is an increase of approximately 11%. These increases are typically going to happen, which the government has specified also, in the sectors of defense, infrastructure, road transport, and rural development primarily. And of course, not to forget the social sector expenditures, by which our Honorable FM had talked about girls' hostel across various districts and various regions. So the takeaway is that if there is government expenditure, in that case, who will benefit? The citizens of India, the businesses of India. Because if there is infrastructure, we will see traction in the infra stocks. Defense, we have already seen some very good things happening, and there is no respite. It looks like the defense expenditure is going to increase, and the number of our defense manufacturing companies are going to increase, and there will be more investments in this sector. So is with transport, so is with rural development. So overall, this part of the budget is a very promising part. The other thing for which the market had tanked is the increase of STT on transactions of future and options has increased by more than 2.5 times almost. That has given a jolt to large market makers and large traders. And in order to adjust with that extra expenses, maybe the market was adjusted likewise, and that's the reason it has fallen. This is more or less about budget. Another good thing which has happened in the budget is TCS has decreased from 5% and 20% to only 2%. So that will create a lot of respite for parents who are sending their children abroad for education. Their expenses are going to come down to a certain extent. And for the travelers, foreign travel will increase. Our Indian travel companies who were missing out on the travel of Indians abroad because of this TCS are now going to get that business back, because 2% is far lesser than 5% or 20%. So we can expect there should be traction and there should be some fresh air in the tourism industry. This is more about the budget. So the budget is not as bad as we think. It is just a statement. Now coming to today's situation, for which the market is, the Nifty 50 is up 700 points. And why is that? Because possibly the end of uncertainty. Because first, USA said that they will impose a tariff of 50% on Indian product imports in the USA. Later, they changed it to 25%, but the 25% was also higher. Now, it is a clear deal accepted from both sides that it is 18% of Indian products landing in the US. To be noted that in Southeast Asia, we are the lowest. Even Bangladesh is at 20%, Indonesia is at 19%, and China would be 25% or more, but India is at 18%. Though marginal, it is better than the rest of the neighboring nations and the active nations in terms of business and exports. On the other side, if you look at it, that though it is a claim by the President of the United States that India has said that there will be zero taxes or zero tariff on the American imports in India. The point is how much it is going to be effective, that we will have to see, because the President of the United States had claimed many other things before, which were partially executed and partially not. So we will have to see what the fine print is and how it executes. But overall, this clarity has given comfort to the market that yes, the business path for the next 1 year is more or less clear. So the 0% tariff, if at all offered by India, how much it is going to affect our revenues, that is also a matter of question, that how it's going to pan out in this Indian economy and in our trading. The positive thing is Rupee has gained 1% immediately, which breached the 92 mark, has come down below 91. So that is also another comfort level for importers. And so all these good things are going on, and that is the reason the market has got a respite. But to be noted that the highest point of the market in terms of Nifty 50 had been 26,050 approximately, which it has not reached yet. So from September, October of 2024, we are stagnating in terms of market growth. It is doing lateral movement from time to time, but it has not shown real growth. So with this, with the trade in India now, with the US and with the rest of the world, and of course not to forget the EU trade deal, which we have also struck a few days ago, it looks like it's a clear path for doing business. The union budget also talks about path in terms of Indian expenditure and the sectors and the industries to focus on. So with this, it looks like a comfortable situation, and it looks like it's time to do good business and expect the markets to move the right way. Now let's look into the earnings which are going to come of the third quarter very soon, and of course the fourth quarter, basis which the markets will react in terms of breaking out. So this was a commentary about the budget, the European Union trade deal, and US-India trade deal. Let's hope for the best. Stay tuned. Thank you.